with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
What time are you going to that party? After this? Yes. Where is it, Ivans?
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. You go take.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helps him pick up the first. On first down, it's Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Oh,
And they'll try the air now with Savage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week?
The pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Fielded at the 33. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Good decision not to start, what's the name last night? Yeah, it's a good decision.
Come on, Zach. Hey, come on. Rip left. Go.
Two wide receivers.
Murray now on first down. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Let's go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Savage. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't get...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Damian Ratley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You never know. Could be 20. Could be...
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Savage. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. But I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And some room to maneuver. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Yeah, I know. That's because I...
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. This is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Damian Ratley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up
3rd and 2. Savage. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Savage from the shotgun snap. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Savage. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Savage. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. The 40. 20.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, Murray flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Kyler Murray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
I don't know.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be...
And Gurley here.
Oh, my God.
Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Throwing is Murray on third down. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Noah Fant, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Come on, fellas. At their own 25-yard line.
I know. I don't think they can legit do that.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Gurley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Savage into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he loses the football the second time. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
He wasn't even close, like he was higher off the ground than when he was running.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. give right side. Hines. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Nyheim Hines on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let him know.
The final shot before break for Savage. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Ball shifty. Whoa. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Come on now.
I thought for sure it was going to be too many run down to it because I never freaking run that play.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and 2, Savage into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run again with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I'm coming. Check.
On third down, Hines. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Butker able to put this one through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Savage now to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To the air again, Savage. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He's coming. Check him. Push him back. From
the gun. Savage. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Not only was the call spot on,
no, I hit
the
Arwood.
execution of that defense right
I hit
there.
Arwood.
The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Savage. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bengals will get the football back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They run with Hines. Finding some room at midfield. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
No.
Nyheim Hines 61 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Block's going to sneak it, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah. Good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It'll be 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower?
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nyheim Hines, 78 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
I like my starting linebackers.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
You better bring it.
Ready? Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Antonio Callaway with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys are able to get a score back. Throwing Jones. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It
no,
looks like they headed towards a big
so
number.
Bad.
But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Yeah, take your time. All right, sorry.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to run again here with Pollard. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Hit it.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I just sprinted away from the ball.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
you're right, man.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Jones operating from the gun. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Jones throwing on fourth down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Ready? Here's Pollard again. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, they're going option left. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Just like that. Just like that.
On second down, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Packers, despite the loss here, was a splendid regular season as they'll finish at 12-4. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.
Oh, my God.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly.